we're just gonna insert the condom. Masyadong malaki. Walang kung masyadong malaki. Para siyang mapupunit. Oh. Ay, shit! Napunit! Hala, masyadong malaki. Ba yan? Nakakaya naman ako. So, don't trust condom. Baka kasi pang Pilipino. NANI? Wait lang! Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's me, Sarul. Today, September 26th, it's actually World Contraception Day. So, in today's video, I'm gonna briefly discuss what are the different types or methods of contraception that are available here in the Philippines. So, if you guys want to know more about this episode, then please keep on watching.
He said, "Hey there, bonita. I've been waiting for a chance to say the ways I love you. So can I get underneath you? Or are you kinda crazy? So I say fuck me, then feed me, and I'll be your diamond if you..."
So first things first, I just want to put a disclaimer out there that I am in no way, shape, or form a medical professional or an expert when it comes to these things. So I'm still continuously educating myself when it comes to sex education, but I assure you naman na these are research-based. Best for you to consult with a medical professional, especially if you're thinking of choosing the best option for you. Consult an OB/GYN or medical professional as always. I have three important reminders for you. One is, do your research. Do your own research. List down the pros and cons of having these contraceptive methods. Malay mo, mas marami palang cons kaysa sa pros. List down what do you think will work best for you. List down how easy it is to use, its possible side effects, and how much it costs. Kasi sadly sa Pilipinas, hindi lahat talaga free, especially when it comes to contraception method. Bihira ka makakuha ng free, though there are some non-government organizations that offer free healthcare services, and I will link them down below. And second is, consult with a friend, a partner, or a group of people or peers. If they have already gone through different contraception methods, it's best for you to learn from them kasi na-experience na nila yun. And don't be shy to ask. I think more than anything, women are really open when it comes to conversating with these things kasi gusto rin nilang makatulong ng ibang babae. Malay mo may kakilala pala silang OB/GYN or healthcare center that would help choose the best option for you. And third, of course, always seek professional help and advice from a medical professional or even in a healthcare center. Some contraceptive methods require prescription or require medical attention before actually using them. First things first, let us first define ano ba ang contraception. So according to my research, contraception prevents pregnancy by prohibiting the meeting of the sperm and egg cells, production of egg cells, and attachment of a fertilized egg to the uterus lining. Sa madaling salita, ano bang pine-prevent ng contraception? Unintended pregnancy or unplanned pregnancies. And also, it can actually be used for family planning. But in today's episode, hindi ko muna siya bibigyan ng full-on details. Rather, I'm just gonna have like a glimpse of what you're gonna see in the next and coming episodes, because in the next and upcoming episodes, iisa-isahin natin sila. So we will label them and give them their pros, cons, what are its effectivity rate, how do you use them, paano mo sila ma-avail, and so on and so forth. Because I feel like itong mga episodes na to, this should be highlighted, and I feel like ito talaga may kailangan ng thorough research. And pray for me, hopefully meron akong makuhang medical professional to help me when it comes to explaining some of these things, kasi of course I'm still in the process of educating myself rin. So let's start with the different types or methods of contraception available here in the Philippines. So let's start with the least effective, which is the ito yung pinakaayaw ko, withdrawal method. So basically, ang catch lang naman ng withdrawal method, literal na lalabasan ka sa labas. Though, ito yung catch doon. Withdrawal method is not as effective as it seems because hello, meron tayong tinatawag na pre-cum na kahit pre-cum yan, maaari pa rin mabuntis sa babae. So, more details on the next episodes. Pero ito lang sinasabi ko sa inyo. If kaya nyo talaga, please don't practice withdrawal method. Please wear condoms. So, the next method is the fertility awareness method or the calendar method that girls mostly use. So I think we are all familiar with the Flow app. So this app actually tracks your period and your ovulating periods. However, I could not 100% recommend this method kasi of course, if you are irregular or hindi ka naman every month dinadatnan, there's a high chance na hindi effective or hindi accurate yung magiging data mo based sa calendar method na meron ka. One has to track and chart their period cycle in the calendar in order to know when one is ovulating or fertile and abstain from engaging in sex during these fertile days. So people with cycles less than 27 days cannot use this method. So the calendar method provides 75 to 80% effectiveness against pregnancy due to high chance of miscalculation. So, ang downside lang ng calendar method is that it doesn't protect you also from sexually transmitted diseases or STIs, sexually transmitted infections, especially if you're not using the third method, which is the use of condoms. I could say that condoms are still effective when it comes to preventing unintended pregnancies or unplanned pregnancies. Aside from that, it also prevents you from having different types of sexually transmitted diseases or infections such as chlamydia, gonorrhea, and so on and so forth. And of course, HIV and AIDS. When it comes to the effectiveness of condoms, it ranges from 82% up to 98% when used correctly. Condoms are the most accessible and easiest way when it comes to the contraceptive method kasi ito mabibili mo lang to sa 7-Eleven, sa Watson, sa Mercury Drug. So, over-the-counter lang siya. You don't need any prescription, you don't need any medical help. So, if you are actually sexually active, like literal na kunyari, everyday talagang may karat, ganun, I would highly suggest that you have a plan B or you have another alternative, hindi lang kayo solely nag-rely sa condoms because condoms could actually break. They could break, they could tear off, pwede siyang magbutas. Sa mali mo lang ng pagkahalaga, pwedeng mag-spill yung sperm cell and ayun, dediretso pa rin siya sa iyong vagina. It's better if like you're sexually active, like literal na kunyari everyday or more than once a month kayo nagsasex or nakikipagtalik, ayan. Better na magkaroon kayo ng plan B, which is my fourth method, which are birth control pills. So, a birth control pills naman, in this part, ito na yung kinakailangan natin ng professional or medical assistance or medical help or a doctor-prescribed hormonal medicine. Kasi nga, these birth control pills, it can differ from woman to woman. So, ibig sabihin, maaaring yung ibang birth control pills, effective siya sa isang babae, maaaring hindi ito effective dun naman sa isang babae. Kasi nga, it needs prescription and has various side effects na iba't iba nga sa bawat babae. And also, sa birth control pill, it's best that you set an alarm for whenever you're taking it, you cannot miss a pill, sabi nga nila. So, ayun. So, the next one is we have Depo-Provera, or as we all know as the shot. So, ano ba to? So, it is an injection containing the progestin hormone which prevents ovulation and thickens the cervical mucus which hinders the sperm from entering the uterus. So, just like the birth control pill, it requires prescription from a medical professional or from a doctor. So, the shot is administered every 3 months. So, when it comes to its effectivity naman, it's up to 99% when it comes to preventing unwanted or unintended pregnancies. But if you miss your shot, it may reduce to 94% effectiveness. So, better take note of your shots. Now, we're down to the, siguro, I would say, the most effective when it comes to preventing unwanted pregnancies. So, first on the list, we have IUD or intrauterine device. So, intrauterine device is a tiny, flexible plastic device inserted in the uterus by trained health service providers. IUDs can be hormonal, which uses progestin, or non-hormonal, which uses coppers. Malaki talaga yung chance na hindi ka mabuntis dahil dito kasi it can last up to 3 to 5 years. So, medyo matagal siya. I would say it's an investment for yourself, especially if you're sexually active. More details will be provided once we tackle more about IUD. And now, let's move on to implant. So, ano ba ang implant? So, an implant is a thin matchstick-size removable implant inserted in the upper arm that produces progestin, which again prevents ovulation and thickens the cervical mucus up to 4 years and requires a doctor's prescription. So similar to Depo-Provera, it is 99% effective against pregnancy. So now we're down to the last two methods, and these methods are the most and highly effective methods of contraception because these methods are actually permanent. So, ito yung tinatawag natin na sterilization, which is a permanent method of contraception that involves having a surgical procedure. It is a very effective method of contraception. So, there are two types. Syempre, two types, male and female. Sa male muna tayo. So, for male, they will undergo the process or the surgical process of vasectomy. So, ano ba yung vasectomy? It involves cutting the tubes that carry sperm to stop the sperm from moving from the testes to the penis. Baka sabihin nyo, ibig sabihin ba ito, hindi na lalabasan yung mga lalaki? Hindi. Lalabasan pa rin ang mga lalaki the same amount. However, wala na silang sperm cells. Or, kumbaga, patay na yung mga sperm cells. So, ibig sabihin, hindi na sila active or hindi na sila makakabuntis ng babae. And also, female also undergo surgical process which is called tubal ligation, known as having your tubes tied. Yun yung sinatawag natin na nagpatali ka na ba? Especially if you're a mother, yun yung mga ginagawa ng mga nanay natin na kapag ayaw talaga nila magkaanak as in awat na, yun yung tinatawag na ipapatali na nila yung fallopian tube nila. So, normal lang itong mga to, syempre, especially if decided ka na hindi na magkaanak. So, these two are the most effective way for unintended and unplanned pregnancies. But of course, do your research before undergoing these process and hindi mo na sila pwedeng bawiin pa. So, now that we're done with the methods or types of contraception, maybe guys are wondering, Sarel, so ano bang contraception method or ano bang method na ginagamit mo ngayon? Or maybe you're not wondering, but I just wanted to share. So, okay, first and foremost, itong method na to talaga, 1 year na akong walang pregnancy scare, 1 year na akong hindi na anxiety, 1 year na akong hindi ko kailangang magdasal ng nobina para lang hindi ako pupuntes. Ganun siya ka-effective for me. Siguro yung cons nga lang, nakakabalik, nakakalungkot. I'm gonna say it out loud, long distance relationship, guys. It's so effective to the point na wala. Hindi ka talaga mag-aalala every month. Like every month, may period ka. Anyway, so I'm in a long distance relationship. So right now, I'm not taking any implant, pills, or ano ba, IUDs. And yes, it's possible na mag-practice pa rin ng abstinence after being sexually active for some years. Kasi yun yung pinapractice ko ngayon. Ever since I was able to receive sex education, it really led me to right choices. And parang na-direct talaga yung life ko na, Sarel, ayoko na nag-aalala ka every month, or ayoko na nag-aalala ka or na-anxiety ka every time na you're gonna have sex. So the best way for me is to practice abstinence. But of course, I miss it here and then. Pero it's my choice lang na to stop muna. And at the same time, parang hindi ko pa naman talaga siya priority. And ang priority ko kasi ngayon is makapagtapos sa pag-aaral, makakaroon ng magandang trabaho, and magkaroon ng magandang career. So ayun, yun yung priorities ko ngayon. So right now, we're in a long distance relationship. So I don't really need to have my implant. Kasi for me, wala ring kwenta yung implant. Kasi parang I'm not doing it naman every month. I'm not doing it every other month. Or wala talaga. As in, none talaga. Highly suggest ko if like, ikaw naman, blessed ka na magkalapit lang kayo ng partner mo, ganyan, and magkalapit lang talaga kayo ng bahay, and you are blessed to do it, siguro every day, or every other day, or even every week, I suggest na, more than the use of condom, siguro do your research now on the other possible ways on how you can access different contraceptive methods, or ano sa tingin mo yung pinaka-best for you na method. So, it's better to be safe and protected rather than maging kampante tayo. So, ayun. So, yan. Sinabi ko sa inyo, best effective method for me. Ang daming tumatahol na aso. Bakit ganun? Baka they agree with me also. So, ayun. Aside from long-distance relationship, I will be demonstrating on how you can actually properly wear a condom. Kahit naman hindi World Contraception Day, this is a very basic knowledge na kailangan lahat, both men and women, should know how to properly insert or use a condom. So, ngayon naman, we're gonna use the premier condom. Nakaka-phobia yun, I mean, hindi nga siya totoong kitty, pero nakaka-phobia. So, ito na siya. So, ito yung sinasabi ko. No, asan yung taas, asan yung baba. So dito, ito yung taas niya. So, nakikita niyo naman. So, ayan. Medyo madulas siya. It's normal kung madulas siya. Ito, medyo malamig pa siya kasi galing pa siyang ref. Pero, ayan. So, slowly but surely, insert the condom. Oh my gosh. Bababa ka ba? Hindi ka ba mabubutas? Ayan. Ayan. yan. Again, this is for educational purposes only. Gusto ko may matutunan kayo. So there you have it. So if you feel like it's too rough, huwag kayo ma-intimidate sa paggamit ng lube kasi this will also guarantee for a safer and a smoother experience for you and your partner. So, kunyari, nakulangan kayo ng lube, nahirapan kayong mag-insert, or biglang lumambot yung penis ng partner mo, okay lang na gumamit ng lube. Again, this is for educational purposes only. Ang tumawa, pangit. So, ayan. So, pwede mo na siyang himasmasan, ganyan, hanggang sa umokay na siya. So, there you have it. That is your condom. Ayan. So, you have safely inserted a condom in your partner's penis. It's better to have 2 to 3 condoms or more every time na magkakaroon kayo ng session ng partner nyo kasi yun nga, paano kung nabutas tas isang condom lang pala yung dala nyo. So, mahirap na, diba? So, ayan. Tapos, kapag removing naman, safely remove the condom. At what you should do is, fill it with water. Wala nga lang akong water ngayon. Tapos, tingnan nyo, kapag may nag-spill, ibig sabihin, butas yung condom. Pero kung wala naman nag-spill, ibig sabihin, it's safe to use and it's safe naman kayo. Pero more than anything, always practice peeing after sex and washing your vagina or your penis after sex to prevent you from having sexually transmitted infections, kahit na may condom, ganyan. And also UTI, to prevent you from having UTI or urinary tract infection. Thank you guys so much for watching. I enjoyed this episode so much and I hope you guys learned a thing or two from this video. Again, para sa mga contraception methods, we're gonna deal with them one by one, episode by episode. So kung nabitin kayo, don't worry. We have a lot of upcoming episodes when it comes to this and I just want to thoroughly explain them to you in the next and upcoming episodes kasi marami pa tayong kailangang malaman, marami pa kayong kailangan na malaman about them and pahapyaw lang lahat ng mga nasabi ko ngayon. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel for you guys to be notified every time I upload a video, specifically my sex ed series. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you on my next video. Bye!